welcome back to my channel. Here I am. I'm going through the makeup that we got in the update. I have mixed feelings, so I don't really like the eyeshadow, but I do like the blush on lighter skin tones. It doesn't really show up on darker skin tones, which kind of sucks. I really enjoy the lipstick though. I really enjoy the matte lipstick. The lip gloss is kind of gross looking. The two-tone lipstick is kind of interesting. I mean, yeah. And then here I am. I'm going through the blush on a lighter skin tone. It shows up better, and it does look really pretty. But it sucks that it doesn't work on a deeper skin tone. So yeah. So now I'm going to be going over everything that came in build mode. There are some exciting things that came with build mode. For instance, if you have a window, if you press Alt, you can freely move the windows, which has never been a thing. And they move much more freely. And I think you could do that with doors as well. Wow, that is much different. So yeah, that is a big update because people have been wanting that forever. Another thing that came with the update, I moved to a nightclub, just a random nightclub, because my Sims apartment can't have a ladder, which is a new feature. If you go into stairs right here, and there's a new button here called ladders. You can also search ladders, and ladder will come up, but you can have a ladder here, and it places outside. Well, there's now a ladder going outside. Okay, sure. Let's watch in motion as they climb the ladder. Slide down, climb up, climb down, slide down. Let's see. Cool. And now let's watch her slide down. Whee! That's really fun. So yeah. That is a new feature, and I'm really glad they finally came out with ladders. I'm not a builder myself, so honestly, I'm kind of like, okay, but where are the elevators? I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, let's go on to the next thing. They finally added map tags to the worlds that didn't have them before. So if you go to Willow Creek, they now have Sage Estates. They have Crawdad Quarter, Foundry Cove, and Courtyard Lane. And then in Oasis Springs, they have Skyward Palms, Myridge Canyon, Parched Prospect, and Bedrock Strait. Did I say this one? And Acquisition Butte. And then in Newcrest, they now have Bridgeview, Ridgeline Drive, and Llama Lagoon. Windenburg, they have Old Platts, Lake Center, the Crumbling Isle, and Winslar. And I think that's all the new ones. Yeah, so those are all the new ones. Did Brightchester get any new ones? No. Okay, so on to the next thing. Let's get into more of the gameplay aspect of the new features. So they've recently added, when you click on your door, you can go into no trespassing now. And so you can disallow friends, you can disallow neighbors, disallow solicitors, you can also disallow vampires. So that is interesting, and I'm glad they added that. So you can, I'm gonna do that. Anyway, it's a new thing, and I'm glad they added it because a lot of people are getting like annoyed of vampires because they break into your apartment. I know it's a little bit unrealistic, but I mean vampires are unrealistic as well. But it makes sense that we wouldn't want a vampire to break into our apartment for certain storylines or anything like that. Another thing they've added is bill information. So you can either go into your phone or you can click on your mailbox and you show bills information. And here it shows all this stuff. I'm not quite sure what this means. I think I'm going to have to play a little bit with it, but auto sell and store, I'm not sure what that means really, but it's cool that we get to see this. And I'm assuming it's kind of an optional thing. You don't really need to interact with it if you don't want to. Another thing they've added is, oh my gosh, I haven't even seen this yet. I just knew they updated it. Whoa, okay. They added filters in the inventory, which is actually amazing because it got really it gets really cluttered. And I mean, I'm gonna kind of miss the old layout though. Oh, cool. House of Collections is now there instead. That is really handy. And what else is there? Another thing to do with bills and money is there's now a repo man, which is a big thing from past games where it's the same thing that you get when you don't pay your college loans, where someone comes in and steals an object from you. So that is a new thing. So when you don't pay your bills, they will come in and repo one of your items. I remember when I played Sims 3, that was one of my least favorite parts. I can't really show you because auto bills on, and I don't. It comes on Monday. I could turn off auto bills and show you, but it could take a few days in sim time. So just trust me. It's like university. And for firemen, we can call the fire department, but I think she'll get a fee for calling them. But let's just see what happens when you call the fire department. On their way to help right now. Good to see if you can try not to panic. There we are. Hello. Oh, and they also added a new thing called send home. So he's like, there's no fire here. Oh, we got billed $500. Very funny prankster. There's no fire here. We're going to have to write you a ticket for 500 simoleons for that little lapse of judgment. That's funny. Hey, deal with that. Anyway, let's go on to the next thing. Another thing they've added is they've added a bunch of off the grid items, or they've added a bunch of off the grid things. Like they've gone over all of the candles, make sure they work in off the grid. They've also added on fridges you can add ice. I think you have to be off the grid to do this, but it gives you the ability to have a fridge. Harvestables now grant unique buffs when consumed off the grid. You can give dogs and toddlers baths on off the grid. I didn't know you couldn't do that. Objects can now be cleaned using elbow grease interaction. I don't think I have anything to clean to show you. I don't know exactly what that means. Does that mean it goes faster? Maybe. They have new buffs for off the grid. There's been added new recipes. I wonder if I can see those. If I go into cook. Ooh, they updated this. It looks cool. Okay, it doesn't look like she's high enough cooking skill because this is a new game. I just started it. But it looks cool. They've updated a lot of stuff. I've noticed they also updated this area up here. They've updated this area, so they added a new button here. You now have like an environment score, which I don't know exactly what that means. Is that in build mode? Let me see. Okay. So, build mode items grant gameplay effects. If enabled, architectural elements such as wallpaper, floor patterns, roof patterns, materials, doors, windows, pools, fountains, trees, and more will grant effects to gameplay elements like environmental score, eco footprint, and utilities. Check the tooltips for each item to see what effect they might apply. So that's a new thing as well. They added new styled looks for toddlers and kids, and they also updated the whole your sim will get invited everywhere, like phone calls. They've also brought those down a little, make them less annoying. And I think they've fixed that annoyingness of that. Yeah, and then there's some console updates as well, which I don't play on console, so yeah. They've also fixed a ton of stuff. One thing I'm really excited that they fixed is the acting career is now working again. I had a mod that was fixing the acting career, and I'm glad I don't need that mod anymore because it's kind of annoying needing a mod for a thing that the game should be doing already. So yeah, I'm really happy with this update. This is really fun, and I'm really excited for Eco Lifestyle. I'm excited to get back into playing Sims because I've been really burnt out on playing Sims because there hasn't been any new content. I'm not ready for when they stop making content, because then I'll just get bored and stop playing. Because after a while, I'm like, I want a new pack and all this stuff. Anyway, yeah. I'll get back. I'm gonna focus more on eco lifestyle for a couple weeks, and then I'll get back into my other Let's Plays. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any suggestions for videos and people you want me to make into Sims, make sure to leave that below. And yeah, thank you. Bye.